Hello, dear viewers. Prepare for a side-splitting story. That afternoon, three sisters anxiously awaited news. When Grace called, no one dared to answer. Finally, the clever Bibba put the phone on the table and turned on cotton candy. Everyone quickly muffled their laughter, pretended calmness to comfort the other, but Grace said she'd bury someone in the garden. Everyone quickly sensed trouble. Had the dog eaten the liver? Surprisingly, they were right, as sobs came from the phone. Sisters began to sob as well. There's nothing more heartbreaking than knowing John was still alive. Just as they plotted their next murder, John popped up to stir the pot again. One day, he found a piece of lingerie at his daughter's bedside and launched into a tirade at Grace. But come on, the girl is already 12. How could such ordinary underwear be called adult toys? Little Bibba, eavesdropping, couldn't take it anymore and piped up that she asked her aunt to buy it. As Bibby's stepmother, Eva did have a say, but Grace was already brainwashed. Grace chimed in, asking her sister why she snatched away the chance for her to accompany her daughter on her first lingerie shopping trip. With the couples double-teaming, Eva could only patiently explain. This unexpected exchange had a huge impact on the girls. Grace wanted to chase after her but was blocked by John. He wouldn't permit anyone to engage in anything unrelated to himself, not even his sister-in-law. It is akin to directly rubbing salt into Eva's open wound. It's simply unjust not to eliminate such a scumbag. Eva decided to plot a perfectly wicked revenge. One night, the sisters snuck into the brother-in-law's room and immediately started pulling his pants down. To pose as bubble bath queens, the pants must come off eventually. They'd secretly drugged their brother-in-law's nasal spray undetected. But just as they were about to remove his shirt, what was happening? Had they somehow bought fake drugs? The sisters hid under the bed, hardly daring to breathe, but brother-in-law John didn't open his eyes. He stumbled up, opened a cabinet, and peed. He had a bad habit of sleepwalking. After he was done, instead of going back to sleep, he walked straight in front of the four sisters, pulled out his car keys, and just strolled out the door. Could sleepwalking be a license to drive? The sisters hurried to follow, only to find John already sitting in the car. He slammed on the gas, toppling a trash. The sisters dared not imagine the scene if an innocent bystander was hit. Luckily, all went well. The car stopped by the lake and John ran straight to a yacht. Was he here for night fishing? No bait prepared. The four sisters secretly rejoiced. If John fell in the lake sleepwalking, their plan might succeed. The script was ready. John cooperated. As he climbed onto the yacht, he fell into the icy lake. Little Becca instinctively thought about saving him, but then she realized the brother-in-law's death could actually benefit society. However, the lake water shook John awake, and he began flailing. Luckily, he couldn't swim, so had only survived a few more minutes. But Becca sensed trouble. Midnight, two men were up playing with tables. Upon hearing John's cries, they dove in at once. The sisters prayed silently for their brother-in-law to drown, yet bad guys are hard to kill. As he pressed his chest, John was again kicked back by the Grim Reaper. The murder plan failed, forcing the sisters to regroup. Upon returning home, they found subtitles. The nasal spray laced with sleeping pills was still at the brother-in-law's. Someone must destroy the evidence. But they were scared of John. The eldest sister left, saying she had things to do. Little Bibby's excuse was even more outrageous. I only need one eye. In the end, Becca bore all the responsibility by herself. She used helping her second sister as an excuse to enter and clean their room, including the cabinet. Subtitles, she finally found the drugged nasal spray on the bed. Actually, she never meant to kill her sister. A few days earlier, she had been eyeing a storefront to start a business, and John was the first to support her. Subtitle, he offered to lend her money as a partner. Becca was thrilled. To preempt competitors, she raised the price by 20, secured $1 million loan to buy the store, and thanked John with the photo displayed inside. But when repaying the loan next month, John changed, shutting her out and using Grace as a shield. Becca lost her shop due to debt, casting a shadow over her life. Even worse, Grace was blissfully unaware. 40-year-old looked 70. Becca joined the Revenge Sisterhood to send John to hell. Since drugging failed, they'll use real weapons. But sisters only have CS experience. Luckily, Shira had an idea. John had undergone surgery on his head, and there was a hidden small hole there. In real life CS, hitting the tiny hole means one-shot KO. Bibby shoulders the sniper's rule. You know, people wearing eye patches tend to be good shots. They promptly bought a watermelon for practice, but when the gun went off, the watermelon didn't even budge. The eldest sister hurried in to console her. Load the gun. You've got to try the feel first. Besides, there was still 2 weeks before John came to join the game, ample practice time. But the second shot was way off target. The sisters didn't say anything, but Bibby insisted it was because they were too far away. Subtitles. So Beba moved forward a few steps with the gun in hand, but no matter how she fired, the bullet expertly dodged the target. Finally, Beba hit the watermelon by pointing the gun at it, but the bullet didn't even scratch its skin. They all agreed this method might not be reliable, but Beba wouldn't give up. She remembered back when she was riding with John in his car, how he would hit the brakes erratically, causing her to bump into the window from inertia. Subtitles. She's been downhill for 7 years, yet John never had to hit the brakes even once. Isn't that enough to drive anyone crazy? Bibai channeled her frustration into motivation, practicing day after day until she became an expert sharpshooter. He also modified bullets, freezing them in the fridge made them lethal. Now, just wait for the show. John, being narcissistic, won't team up with women. He prefers mixed gender battles. Just have the eldest and third watch the other man. So, when it comes to it, could Bibai and John go one-on-one, right? On this unforgettable night, the murder plot was about to reach its peak. Stay tuned. And don't forget to subscribe.